Right. Recording button.
Okay. Okay. On behalf of Department of Economics, Periyar EVR College, I extend my sorry for this technical issue for the delayed meeting, and I'm very happy to invite you all for this webinar, so-called virtual meeting. And though it is a customary note to deliver a welcome address, I feel I sense it from the bottom of heart to welcome all of you, especially the principal of this college, Dr. J. Suganti. To be frank, this virtual meeting has been genesised from the word of talk which I had with her. And in our institution, we have been organizing series of webinars during this pandemic period under her leadership. I welcome you, madam. And I supposed to welcome the head of the department, the convener of this meeting, Dr. P. Satya, and she has been always a guiding principle to the department. Under her leadership, the department has been unitedly moving forward and organized several seminars earlier too, and we are very happy to have her with us. Welcome you, madam. And more importantly, it is my duty to welcome our resource person, Dr. C.S. Teenathayalan, has been my close friend, and to say very closest friend in a personal arena, but in the academic arena, he is one among the very good scholar in India. I derive immense pleasure in welcoming him with a few notes of introduction about him. He is the head of the department, Majura College, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. And
good morning,
so far he has written 12 books, textbooks to his credit. And the number when we speak about seminar, the organization or participation or presentation, it goes beyond triple digit. And it is worth mentioning the award which is given to him. He has got the award of Best NSS Program Officer to Madurai Kamaraj University. More importantly, he was awarded with Best Teacher in Economics in the year 2014-15 by Malcolm Elizabeth Adisitya Foundation. And more importantly, he has headed the IKSC team, was coordinated in Majura College, and he was an NAC coordinator in Majura College, and also Dean of Academics and Research. And such a scholarly person who has been delivering his special lectures all over Tamil Nadu, even beyond Tamil Nadu, mostly in academic staff colleges. Recently, we call it as the Human Resource Development Centers. All universities has been the guest lectures. So I take the pleasure in welcoming him to this webinar and remain thankful for having accepted our invitation too. Welcome you, Dr. C.S. Teenathayalan. And I suppose to welcome our IKSC coordinator. He is with us here, Dr. Sendil Kumar. He is one of the, aiding team for our ongoing seminars, the virtual meetings in our colleges. And more importantly, I suppose to welcome Dr. Palanichami, who has been aiding me in this technical field to conduct this webinar. I also welcome the colleagues, the teaching fraternity, all the participants who have been from various fields, especially connected with the academic dais. So once again, I welcome everyone for this webinar. Thank you. And with these few words, I invite our principal, beloved principal, J. Suganti, to deliver presidential address.
His host ask all the participants to mute.
Hello, sir.
Dear participants, kindly mute your audio.
நான் ஆல் மியூட் கொடுத்துறேன். அல்பா எடுத்துக்கோங்க நீங்க. நான் ஆல் மியூட் பண்ணிடுறேன்.
ஆல் மியூட் கொடுத்துருங்க.
ஆல் மியூட் கொடுத்துறேன். இல்லாட்டி ஒண்ணும் பண்ண முடியாது.
மேடத்துக்கு மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க.
ஆமா ஆமா ஆள் கொடுத்துறேன். இப்ப நீங்க மட்டும் எடுத்து விடுங்க சார். சார் நீங்க மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. தீனசேகர் சார் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க நீங்க.
Okay, okay.
அன்மியூட்.
Please ask all the participants to mute. Mute பண்ணாம பேசுறாங்க.
மேடத்தை பேச சொல்லுங்க.
மேடம் கமிஷனர் செந்தில்குமார் இருக்காங்க.
செந்தில்குமாரா?
செந்தில்குமார் ஒரு ஆள் வர்றாங்க, அதை அட்மிட் பண்ணிடுங்க.
சரி 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 சரி. ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே
ரைட்.
ஓகே இப்போ மேடத்தை பேச சொல்லுங்க சார். மேடம் இருக்காங்களா? வந்துட்டாங்களா? செந்தில்குமார் இல்ல வீடியோ எடுத்தா வந்துட்டாங்க.
Good morning to everyone gathered here in webinar and congratulate them. Today's webinar on Indian economy in the process of being self-reliant, and I wish Dr. Dina Dayalan from Madurai College of Economics, Department of Economics. Today's economics is going down. Today's crisis all over the globe. So this is based on depend on US economy. So everyone pray for us. Today we are pandemic period and everyone is in a dilemma of pandemic activity. Yeah, I wish everyone in the period of, we are facing the period of pandemic and we are in the facing the economic crisis. But luckily we are all in a professors not being affected by economy. But today, most of the 50% of the Indian economy is going down, but the world, all over the world, they are looking about Indian economy because we are in a stable standard position. But today's webinar will give you a good review in raising the Indian economy and the global economy. I wish you all good luck and success, and I wish Dr. Dayalan for his well-nurtured webinar. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, madam. I invite the head of the department to deliver few words as a convener. Alnicham sir, Sanjeev Kumar nu garuvanga adula.
யாருங்க சார்?
Sanjeev Kumar.
சதீஷ் குமாரா?
Sanjeev Kumar.
இல்ல பாக்குறேன் சார்.
ஹெச்ஓடி வந்தாங்களா?
ஆமா பிசல்ல தோரா.
மேடம் வந்தாங்களா? முதல்ல இருந்தாங்களா?
அன்மியூட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க சார் அவரை.
மேடம் சத்யா மேடம்.
நான் அவர்தான் கொடுத்துருக்கேன், பிக்சர்ல வந்தவர் தான்.
இல்ல மேடம் வந்தாங்க பாருங்க, சத்யா மேடம் வந்தாங்கல்ல?
ஆமா
அவங்க இருக்காங்கல்ல லைன்ல?
இருக்காங்களே.
சஜீவ் குமார் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க, அன்மியூட் பண்ணி விடுங்க சார். எல்லாமே வரட்டு பார்ப்போம்.
அன்மியூட் தான் கொடுத்துட்டேன்.
சஜீவ் குமார் இல்ல, சஜீவ் குமார் அன்மியூட் ஆகலையா? இல்ல வரல. ஆடியோ இது அன்மியூட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க.
அன்மியூட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. ஆடியோ அதான் பண்ண முடியும். அன்மியூட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க. அவங்களே பண்ண சொல்லுங்க சார். அன்மியூட் பண்ண சொல்லுங்க சார்.
சார் கேக்குதா?
மியூட் கால் போட்டதுனால அவங்க எப்படி பண்ண சொல்ல முடியும்? லைன்ல மியூட் பண்ணுங்க. நீங்க வீடியோ ஆடியோ வந்து அன்மியூட் பண்ணிக்கங்க. சத்யா மேடம்.
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
ஹலோ.
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு பேசுங்க மேடம்.
நான் அன்மியூட் பண்ணிட்டேன். வீடியோ ஆனா வரல. என்னோட வீடியோ வருதா சார்?
வீடியோ வரலையே. ஆடியோ வருது, வீடியோ வரலையே.
வீடியோ அப்பவே அவர் மியூட் பண்ணிட்டு
வீடியோ
சார் அவங்க எடுத்து வர சொல்லுங்க.
வீடியோ
என்ன பேர்ல வருது மேடம்?
சஜீவ் குமார்னு இருக்கும்ல.
சஜீவ் குமார்.
ஓகே மேடம் இப்போ பாருங்க.
Sanjeev Kumar.
அதான் மேடம் வீடியோ இது பண்ணியாச்சு. ரைட்.
வருது பாருங்க, ரைட்.
வந்து சார் வந்துருச்சு.
Please, madam.
Okay, sir. Respected principal, our resource person, Dr. C.S. Deenadayalan, Associate Professor and Head, Department of Economics, Madura College, Madurai. The organizing secretary of this webinar, Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan, my own department faculty members, other department faculty members, IKC coordinators, students, and all participants. Good morning. Thank you all for finding time and visiting today's webinar. I'm not going to take more time. I'm sure that this webinar will be very meaningful and thought-provoking and useful to all participants. Stay home, stay safe, keep social distancing. We can overcome from this COVID-19 issue. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Now I request the resource person, Dr. C.S. Deenadayalan, to deliver his special lecture on a very good topic. Today we have been talking about self-reliant economy. So how India is in the process of being a self-reliant economy. I invite him to deliver his special lecture. Over to you, Dayalan.
Morning to everyone. Morning.
Good morning.
Morning. I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir, you can press
Gopal,
it.
நான் பேசுறது கேக்குதா?
Yes, we listen to you.
You can press it.
Shall I start?
Okay.
Shall I start, Gopal? Shall I start?
You
Yes,
can
start, please.
Yes. A respected principal of the college, beloved head of department, my dear good friend Dr. Gopalakrishnan, and one more friend and my classmate Dr. Palanichami and other faculty members, my dear research scholars, my dear student friends. Very good morning to all of you. I'm sorry that I am little late. I'm not late, but due to technology, we are all late. I would like to say a few words about this webinar. Due to this pandemic, we have been organizing webinar in the place of seminar. What is the role of webinar here? People have been always inside the home and they are searching for something. Therefore, the academicians felt that there is a need for seminar in the place of webinar. I would like to talk to you about the Indian economy in general with respect to Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. In simple words, we can speak like this. It is nothing but self-reliant India. And before going to start my speech, I'd like to touch my nostalgia that the one by me all these years, it is about 35 years I have been traveling with Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan, right from 1985 to till today. So I am very grateful to Dr. Gopalakrishnan and especially to the EDA department for having given me an opportunity to see you and talk to you on this finest morning. Now let me come to my lecture. I am going to just divide my lecture into 5 parts, namely, what is Atmanirbhar and what are the 5 pillars of self-reliant India, and what was the package which was disclosed by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, and which was later explained by the Finance Minister, Mrs. Nirmala Sitharaman, and how the MSME has been redefined now, and also what are the visions to make India. And finally, I am going to touch upon the 5 important I's. 5 important I's. These are all the brief idea about my talk. Let me want to share some of the important things about India. India is a land of diversity, and India is known for agriculture. When Jawaharlal Nehru met Winston Churchill, and Churchill asked Mr. Nehru, "What's your culture?" Our Prime Minister has replied immediately to Winston Churchill that our culture is agriculture, and India is known for agriculture, and have been following and involving in the field of agriculture. Therefore, we are the authority to provide good food, good clothes, good shelter, good fruits, good pulses, and good vegetables, and good food grains. And we are known for agriculture, and we are known for federal setup. And India has a lot of states and union territories, and we are joining together and working together for the development of the country. And India is known for different languages. India is known for different culture. India is known for different civilization, and India is known for, I can say, different caste. India is known for a good heritage and culture. And these are all the big plus points of the country. But in spite of it, we have been facing so many problems in the field of economics. Therefore, it is the need of the hour to discuss about whether it is possible for our country to stand on our own leg, or we have to stand with the help of others' leg. So this is $1 million question. We have been completed 12 5-year plans, and now that after 5-year plans, we have renamed it into Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India, and Finance Commission, Planning Commission, and IBRD, IMF, World Bank. For all the institutions are helping us in order to develop our country. But in spite of it, we have been seeing that there is a poverty, there is an unemployment, there is the problems which is related to social, economical, cultural, and political areas. And my thought, just like referring Thiruvalluvar, that there is a definition for the term nation. How to define a nation? According to Thiruvalluvar, Uru Pasiyum, Ova Piniyum, Seru Pagayum, Serad Yelvadu Nadu. A country should not have no starvation, no disease, and no enemies. We have been seeing that there are about 30 to 40% people who are suffering even to get a bowl of food every day. And there is that starvation. And today we are facing a pandemic. It's not a epidemic or endemic. It is a pandemic all over the world. So there is a disease. And we have been watched by our neighbor countries, especially by Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, and all other countries are technically having a good relationship, but indirectly having not a good relationship. So, according to Thiruvalluvar, no starvation, no disease, and no enemies. But today we are able to find that these things are here, not only in India, but also almost all countries of the world. But when you want to strengthen your country, we need to stand with the help of our own infrastructure, our own investment. Therefore, one surprise pleasant announcement made by the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Modi ji, on 12th May 2020. And he has given a long talk which went for more than 30 minutes. which talks about Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, which means self-reliant India. This is the slogan which was made even before the independence and after the independence. Be Indian, buy Indian, make in India and made in India, and each one made for Indians. This is the slogans which we have been discussing and talking about it. But this announcement is meant specially to meet the crisis, especially during the pandemic like COVID-19. So this is a pandemic-related package which was given by the Prime Minister of India in order to boost the purchasing power of the poor, marginalized, uncared, downtrodden. This is the idea behind the introduction of Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan by the Honorable Prime Minister of India. Let me want to explain. There are people who are unable to understand about this scheme, which is newly launched by India. That is called Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan mission. And people thought that this means that cutting from rest of the world. But previously in 1991, when Prime Minister Dr. Narasimha Rao has introduced a new economic policy with the aim of liberalization, privatization and globalization. But now that the thought of the country and the feeling of the people has been completely changed because of fear from the foreign countries and how long we can be depending upon other countries, and we would like to stand on our own strength. This is the objective behind the package, for which the 10% of the GDP has been allocated for the purpose of Atmanirbhar to revive the economy. So this is the percentage covered roughly about 10% from the GDP, and which has been clearly explained by the finance minister on 5 different days, right from May 17 onwards. We all know that it's very difficult to produce everything by the country and its needs for all the sectors, namely agriculture, industry, service, power, and other sectors like that. And it's very difficult to stand with the help of others to run the cottage industry, small scale industry, and also the micro, small, medium enterprises. So it's a rare, it is really, I consider it is a bold reform taken by the government of India in order to boost the economy. And always, whenever, wherever I used to go, I used to stand by my tongue point, not with PowerPoint. And people used to interact with the people only with the help of the PowerPoint. But you have to stand on your own legs, and you have to stand on your own strength, and you have to stand on your own with your own infrastructure. Therefore, it's a bold reforms taken by the Prime Minister of India, and it should be highly appreciated. So it's quite a free flow of. Oh, there is a disturbance. There is a disturbance. Are you able to hear my voice? Please supposed to tell me that. Can I continue?
You can continue.
Can I continue, sir?
You can continue, sir. 1 minute, I have to put it in all mute. Then you can continue.
Sir, can I continue?
You can continue, sir. You can proceed.
Okay. So it's quite a free flow of labor, free flow of capital, free flow of technology, and on the one side we are having this kind of reform. On the other side, now we are talking about the self-reliant India, and for the self-reliant.
Sir, audio is not audible.
Sir, you got to unmute.
Audio.
Sir, you just unmute, sir. I put it hold off. Sir,
Silent.
Sir, கேக்குதா?
கேக்குது. நீங்க மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார். நீங்க மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார்.
Hello.
சார் நீங்க மட்டும் அன்மியூட்
yes.
பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே.
Sir, you're audible to everyone, sir.
Silent. நீங்க மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க.
நீங்க
Silent.
மட்டும் அன்மியூட் பண்ணுங்க சார். சார் நீங்க மட்டும்
Silent.
அன்மியூட்
அன்மியூட்
பண்ணுங்க.
பண்ணுங்க.
Okay.
Right.
Can I proceed?
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Can I proceed?
Okay, sir, you can proceed.
Proceed.
Right, sir. Sir, in spite of free flow of labors, free flow of capital, and free flow of investment, and free flow of technology, and we are in the...
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're audible to everyone, sir.
Okay. So, in spite of free flow of labor, free flow of capital, and free flow of technology, and we are in the position to introduce self-reliant India. And what are the 5 pillars of self-reliant India? For the sake of students community, I just wanted to give you a formula, the 5 pillars of IESDD. IES. You can remember Indian Economic Service. IES. Infrastructure, economy, system technology, demography, and demand. These are the 5 important words which you must keep in your mind. And this may be the question in the future in our subject. The people may ask to write the essay on that. So infrastructure, we need to have a quantum jump and not an increment. We need to have a quantum jump. It should not be an incremental one. And we need to have the economy, one that represents modern India. So we want to have a modern India, not older India, but a golden India. We would like to have a system technology which has a lot of latest configuration with software technology, and the technology-driven world is very, very essential for our country in order to elevate our country to the superpower country. And the 4th one is demography. And as we all know that India is one of the largest democracy, and people have been respecting us not only because of our tradition, culture, and heritage, but also because of our democracy. There are about 130 crores of population living in India, and compared to England, 13 times more than that England population India is possessing. The people used to respect us because of our democracy and vibrant demography of largest democracy. And the youth must have a willingness to contribute everything for the development of the country. And the 5th Taraga Mantra is demand. For the fullest utilization power of demand and supply. These are the 5 important pillars. I repeat it once again here, that infrastructure, economy, systems, demography, and demand. IESDD. So these are the 5 pillars of self-reliant India. And the important point here is to mention that economics, without statistics, we cannot talk economics. So we need to have economics, but at the same time, the package which is given by the finance minister must be very appreciable one, that 20 lakhs 97,053 crores. This is the package which was given by the finance on 5 important areas. The package emphasizes on 5 important areas. Factors relating to 4L. 4L, please remember, factors relating to 4L: land, labor, liquidity, and loss. This is the main focus by the Atmanirbhar. The second thing is, this package is meant for cottage industry. The third one is, the economic package is for small scale industries and MSMEs, medium, small, micro, small and medium enterprises. And the fourth economic package, which is for workers and farmers. This is the exclusive package in order to boost the purchasing power and buying capacity of the farmers and workers. And the fifth one is economic package for middle class of our country who pay tax honestly. This is the word which we have to underline. The middle class people like us are honestly paying the tax to the government of India, and those people who are paying the honest tax contributes to the development of the country. So I have given you the 5 pillars. Again, I have given you, there are 5 important areas which have been covered under the new strategic package of Atmanirbhar, 20,97,053,000 crores. And land, labor, capital, laws, and these are all the areas which we have to remember. Atmanirbhar is neither protectionism or isolation. This is not neither protectionism or isolation, but adopting a pragmatic development strategy to recognize and capitalize our inherent talents. We have abundant engineers, we have abundant doctors, lawyers, scientists, economists, environmentalists, and whatnot. In Tamil sayings that according to Pattukotai Kalyana Sundaram, என்ன வளம் இல்லை இந்த திருநாட்டில் ஏன் கையை ஏந்த வேண்டும் வெளிநாட்டில். Atmanirbhar app was recently released by the Vice President of India, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, in which he spoke about backdrop shows the IT superpower nation. Already the IT industries are run by our own people like Sundar Pichai and Nadala Satya, and these are the 2 important software institutions which runs the whole world, and both CEOs are belonging to India. So we have abundant engineers, doctors, professors, lawyers, scientists, economists, environmentalists, and whatnot. And for example, and we have tested Pokhran, and we have recently established defense corridors, and we have recently launched PSLVs, and we have recently exported chloroquine tablets to even to the #1 country in terms of economic power, US. And when all those countries are economically rich, we are also able to compete with them in all possible ways. With regard to the redefinition for the MSMEs, because the Atmanirbhar program is very much aiming to redefine the micro, small, and medium enterprises. And for that, the investment ratio for micro industries has been elevated to 1 crore, and for small industries has been elevated to 10 crores, and for medium industries has been elevated to 20 crores. But whereas the turnover for the micro industries are less than 5 crores, and for the turnover for small industries it is less than 50 crores, and for the turnover for the medium industries it is less than 100 crores. This is the redefinition given by the government of India for the purpose of the development of the economy. Now we are going to talk about the self-reliant campaign. Self-reliant campaign. How we can be a self-reliant in all possible ways, especially during the pandemic like COVID-19. And the government has taken so many steps for the development of the ordinary citizens of the country, for which the government has allotted 3,500 crores for migrant laborers, and 800 million people have been benefited out of free food grains, and One Nation, One Card, which helps roughly about 67 crores of the people. 67 crore card holders can be benefited out of One Nation and one card. It is a highly appreciable scheme which is conceived by the government of India, because wherever the migrant labor moves from one state to another state or the neighbor state or within the state, and they can show their card and they can get back whatever the facilities offered by the government of India. Therefore, the One Nation, One Card, which fetch you to be a self-reliant in all possible ways. The another point I would like to mention here is 20 crores for farmers credit. And out of 9 lakhs, out of 20 lakhs crores, 20 crores have been exclusively allotted for farmers credit without having any collateral security. And there is a scheme which is called affordable housing by using the public-private partnership. And the government is also constructing houses with the minimum cost for the people who are able to buy the house with affordable price. And for street vendors, in this package, 5,000 crores has been allotted for the street vendors. And for them, 5,000 to 10,000 rupees will be given to them without having any security. And they will be given a full freedom to pay the debt, whatever they have drawn for the purpose. And in addition to that, Mudra loans have been given to all the SHG groups, and 2 lakh crores concessional credit cards have also been issued to the farmers. These are the important highlights and campaign of the government of India. So far, the government is doing well for the benefit of the people. The focus area I would like to tell here is that there are 6 different focus areas for which the 20 lakhs 97,053 crores have been allocated. And the subdivisions I would like to mention here. And for MSME, EPF, there is one important scheme which is conceived by the government of India. For 6 months, the complete contribution of both employer and employee will be met by the government of India. And the contribution of 12% have been reduced to 10% now. And during the pandemic, the employer and employee contribution have been waived, and the waived amount will be met by the government of India. For MSME, for EPF, and Garif Kalyan, and RERA, and Credit, the government has allotted 5,94,550 crores. For the farmers and migrants, the government of India has allotted 3,10,000 crores. For agriculture and allied services, the government has allocated 1,50,000 crores. For coal, mineral, the government has allocated 48,100 crores. For business, health, education, and earlier measures, the government has allocated 1,92,800 crores. And for RBI measures, Reserve Bank of India measures, and with the government has given a top priority to Reserve Bank of India measures, and for which it comes around 8,01,603 crores. So altogether, the entire package, which is about 20,97,053 crores, and all the packages have been clearly explained by the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on different days. And previously on 12th of May, the Prime Minister has explained everything about the self-reliant India program. And with regard to the vision to make India, I would like to suggest, and we would like to facilitate investment. We would like to facilitate investment, and for facilitating investment, we need to encourage the foreigners to come forward to put their investment in the name of foreign direct investment. And the second one is, we have to enhance skill development program. Now that the Prime Minister is very much important, very much stressed upon the skill development program, and the skill development program is the only program where we can elevate India to the higher level. And people are theoretically taught but not practically practiced. And therefore, it is very essential for the education sector to enhance the skill of the youth, enhance the skill of the students, skill of the research scholars, and skill of even the teachers of the community. So the scheme has been already launched, and it is going smoothly, and it is most of the people, young people, have been benefited out of this skill development program. And it is absolutely essential for a government to create job opportunities. Now that the present government and the previous government is the same government, has been launched so many programs in the name of India. Clean India, Startup India, Stand Up India, Make India, Green India, Self-Reliant India. So these are the Digital India, Paperless India, So these are the programs which all fetches so much of employment opportunity for the youngsters especially. So the next point I would like to mention here is build world-class infrastructures. Now that the 60 cities in India have been converted into smart cities. Now I am in Madurai. I am able to see a smart city of Madurai within a year, because so many works have been carried out by the central government in order to lift the city. And so many infrastructure have been carried out. Infrastructure facilities have been carried out by the government. And that definitely brings a lot of investment from foreign countries and also from the neighbor states to, especially for Tamil Nadu. And building the world-class infrastructure is very, very essential for our country. And sustainability and innovation of Indian manufacturing. And now that the India is popular in yet another field, which is called pharmaceuticals. As we all know that our Prime Minister has sent, as per the request of the President of India, President of America, Trump, that we need to have chloroquine tablets in order to cure the pandemic like COVID-19 for our people. We have exported. Therefore, we are sustainable not only in agriculture, but also in industry and also service. Only thing is that we have to have a confidence in us. Then the participation in global network, and we have been signed so many memorandum of understandings with so many countries. Almost more than 100 countries, our prime ministers have visited more than 100 countries in order to have a cordial relationship and also a trade relationship, out of which our foreign exchange reserve have been increased to the largest extent, crossing 500 crores of foreign exchange reserve have been. Very recently, you might have seen in the newspaper that our foreign exchange is at the best level compared to the previous periods. And creating a self-reliant economy is the need of the other. How long we can depend upon others, how long we can import things for our betterment, and how long we can stand in front of others to get even for life-saving drugs, for which India has very recently, in the month of May, the Prime Minister has launched a very nice program which is very much useful for the benefit of the downtrodden people and uncared people and marginalized people, which is called Atmanirbhar. Atmanirbhar is a program which is addressing everybody. Noi Nadi, Noi Mudal Nadi, Adudanikum, Vai Nadi, Vaipachayil. This is the Kural given by Thiruvalluvar. Thiruvalluvar has stated like this: Gandhiji has been talking about Sudesi, be Indian and buy Indian. Vellayane Veliyere Iyakam. We have to purchase only the cotton cloths, not the foreign countries' cloths. This was the slogan raised by Mahatma Gandhiji. And Swami Vivekananda always telling that India will definitely lead the nation, and not only the nation but also the world, because of our inherent talents, and for which they have suggested like this. Swami Siddhananda, where I studied at Vivekananda College, founder Swami Siddhananda stated that national education policy, which is the base for economic development of India, for which he has given an exclusive book, which is called National Desiya Kalvi Kolgai. It was published both in Tamil and English, and which tells about the 5 important I's, namely intention, inclusion, investment, infrastructure, and innovation. I have given you 5 pillars, namely IESDD, infrastructure, economy, system, demand, and demography. Similarly here, 5 I's: intent, include, invest, infrastructure, and innovation. Thereby, we can go ahead. The self-reliant campaign is very, very essential for us, for which I would like to conclude with some of the important observation of myself, which is COVID-19 is an opportunity. to exhibit our talent, exhibit our wisdom, exhibit our skill, exhibit our knowledge, and exhibit our power. And this is a very good opportunity. And we must always think positive that the difficulties must be converted into opportunities. And the crisis must be converted into choices and chances. Therefore, to build India, we have to eliminate two curses, namely suspicion and jealous. சந்தேகமும் பொறாமையும் எப்ப நம்ம வெளியே எடுக்கிறோமோ அன்னைக்கு தான் இந்த நாடு வளர்ச்சி பெறுவதற்கான வாய்ப்புகள் இருக்கும். We have been suspecting everybody and we have been suspecting each other and we are jealous. We have to compete with one another. We should not be jealous. There is one, the 10 commandments which is given by Mahatma Gandhi. We is a 2-letter word. We have to use it. Ego is a 3-letter word. You have to kill it. Love is a 4-letter word. We have to value it. Success is a 5-letter word. We have to achieve it. Success is in your hands, not in others' hands. Success can be achieved. Success cannot be purchased. And for which our participation is very, very essential for all of us. To add this, let us meet together, let us think together, let us work together, let us achieve together, and let us grow together. So thereby we can achieve whatever we want. For this, let us have a mutual love. Let us have a mutual confidence. Let us have a mutual respect. போர்க்களத்தில் தான் கீதை பிறந்தது. COVID-19 தான் ஆத்ம நிர்பார் பிறந்தது. Gita, Bhagavad Gita, born because of the war, Mahabharata war. Similarly, COVID-19 is an opportunity. So we have to take it in a positive spirit. And we need the people's participation. Not only people mere participation. Now that in almost all the organizations, the people are members. They are not members, but they are numbers. People are numbers. And people, whenever the people come for as a member in any organization, definitely we will be able to achieve whatever we want. People participation, that too also effective participation, wholehearted participation, dedicated participation, and devoted participation for the development of the country is very, very essential. And for that, the new India needs vibrant young thinkers. The new India needs vibrant young scholars. The new India needs vibrant young researchers. The new India needs vibrant young politicians willing to experiment and explore. And the innovation must be innovation and innovate, not to imitate. The people are now imitating the innovations and we must try to innovate, not to imitate. Innovation must be a watchdog of the 21st century and we have all ingredients. We have all enough raw materials. We are good at mineral resources. We are good at natural resources. We are good at human resources. We are good at the software resources. We are good at managerial resources. Therefore, we are having all ingredients. But the thing is that we have to turn the crisis into opportunity. We have to make the difficulties into opportunity. We have to make the constraints into choices and chances. And in that way, if you are going to think upon it, as per the tradition, our culture and heritage, India is a fundamental and a traditional thinking country. And Vasudhaiva Kudumbakam, which provide a ray of hope to the world. And which provide a ray of hope to the world, definitely. And education is the manifestation of the perfection which is already in man. This is the popular definition given by Swami Vivekananda. Everything is within you. Strength is your life. Weakness is your death. Everything is within you and you have to experiment it. You have to explore it. You have to extract it. You have to enhance it. You have to enlighten it. You have to energize it. You have to empower it, ultimately the world. For which we need to work hard. We need to struggle hard. We need to fight hard. We need to address the difficulties with courage and confidence. Then only we will be able to achieve a self-reliant India. Everything is possible for us, and we have to convert our thinking into local into vocal and vocal into local. And we have to think locally and act globally. And we are the pioneering country to export almost all commodities. Even today, we are the country, we are providing food, we are providing pulses, we are providing medicines, we are providing vegetables, we are providing flowers, we are providing food grains, everything to the country, everything to the world. And we are in a position to, in turn, we are importing only two things. One is life-saving drugs, another one is oil from other countries. If you are going to find out a alternative energy in the name of fossil fuel, the solar energy, India is abundant for solar power. If you are going to convert solar power, definitely we will be able to achieve everything in the world. For that, my dear ladies and gentlemen, my earnest appeal is that we have to have a confidence within us. We have to believe us. We must believe us. Where there is a will, there is a way. Where there is a way, there is a life. Where there is a life, there is a light. Where there is life, there is hard work. Where there is hard work, there is success. Where there is success, there is happiness. Where there is happiness, there is love. Where there is love, there will be blessings from the God. I would like to conclude my speech, and Gopalakrishnan asked me to complete only with the lecture for only 40 minutes. I would like to conclude my speech with Swami Vivekananda that arise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Arise, awake, stop not till your goal is reached, till your family goal is reached, till your institution goal is reached, ultimately till the nation goal is reached. With these few words of introduction, let me want to summarize my lecture. There are 5 pillars. IESDD. There are 5 I's: intention, invention, inclusion, investment, and infrastructure. And just remember it and try to put your hands together and minds together, work together and achieve together, grow together. With these few words, I once again thank the organizers, especially particularly Dr. Gopalakrishnan, who happened to be my friend for more than 3 decades. We started joining in the year 1985. Now this is now 2020. We have completed 35 years of our warmth of friendship without having any problems. So at this juncture, I especially thank my good friend, Dr. Gopalakrishnan, and the principal who gave the presidential address and the fine words given by the Adar Department of Economics and other faculty members. And I would like to also thank each and every one of the participants who joins and listen to my voice at this pandemic. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Deenadayalan. Thank you for effective, useful, informative lecture. Really, I hope it might have enlightened not only the participants, it will do even when it is surfaced in the YouTube for all the people who have been associated with the academic field. Let me first now invite Dr. Atullah for delivering vote of thanks.
Before that, if anybody wanted to ask,
Shall we have discussion? Shall we have discussion?
yes.
Yeah.
If anybody wanted to ask
Please,
any clarification about this, I am prepared to answer.
Yes. Dear participants, please. Yes.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I am Vinod, sir.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
Sir, you have to ask
Good
questions.
afternoon.
Hello. Sir, are you able to hear it, sir?
Yeah.
Yes, I am able to hear
Yes,
your
please
voice.
go ahead, sir.
Sir, I am from agriculture background, sir.
Okay.
Sir, nowadays we are being totally suffer of nearby 7 months, sir. We are
Okay.
already borrow the loans and we are promoting the agriculture fertilizer, sir. Nowadays we have been totally suffered. We are unable to demand the amount of getting amount from government also, sir. Hello.
Okay. I'm following your question. I'm following your question.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, what are the procedure to get this loan amount or activate some to develop my agriculture land fertilizer?
Two things. One is the government has been providing, both central as well as the state government is providing a loan to their farmers, and for which the crop loan is available, jewel loan is available.
Sir,
And now that during the pandemic, are you able to hear?
yes, sir. Yes,
Hello?
sir. I'm hearing, sir. Yes, sir. I'm hearing,
Crop loan is available, jewel loan is available, and the loans which are exclusively meant during the pandemic is also available now. And the government has also given a moratorium, and there is a subsidy for interest, and and government is thinking of waiving the interest for the farmers also. And definitely the farmers will be addressed by the government through this package. And don't worry about it. Definitely you will get benefited out of the schemes. So Atmanirbhar is one of the finest scheme which focuses on farmers and working class.
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Sir, I am also one more question, sir. I am from Dr. Ajmal Khan.
Hello. Hello.
Sir, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Please tell me your question.
Sir, I am Jamal Mohd College professor. I am Dr. Ajmal Khan.
Sir, very happy to see you. Good afternoon.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Sir, what is the role of the government in the subsidies, and also you're getting a loan?
Sir, the topmost allocation is made for RBI measures. The topmost allocation out of 20 lakhs, roughly about 9 lakhs have been made for RBI allocations. So all the banks, commercial banks and other banks are controlled by the RBI. Then and there, the RBI is instructing the commercial banks to provide loans to the needy people. So the government has instructed the commercial banks through RBI.
These are the poor people, sir. They need subsidies, but not a loan, sir.
For all people, kind of workers, farmers, street vendors, business people, only the thing is that the procedure or the method of borrowing loans from the banks are not informed or given to the missions must take the message to the needy people, especially the poor people, to get the loans. For a street vendor, the government is giving 5 to 10,000 rupees, 5 to 10,000 rupees.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Micro, small, and medium enterprises, the government is prepared to give loan with some kind of security, and subsidies also has been given. But the thing is that the people are not aware of such kind of rules and regulations to get the loan. That is the problem with Indians for all these years. So there are schemes, but they may not be able to, the schemes may not be able to reach them. And in turn, the beneficiaries are not able to reach the schemes. So in between there, we need a liaison between the beneficiaries and the bankers or the lenders.
Okay.
So that we will have to do as academicians, we will have to do it. Thank you, Professor, for your wonderful question.
Thank you, sir.
Hello. Yes, can I ask a question?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Sir, I am Dr. A. Sarvanadurai from Periyar, Salem. I just want to know your opinion on why there should not be an interim budget for during this COVID era.
As such, the government is not thinking of giving a budget. And you can take this 20 lakh package as an interim budget, because almost all sectors have been covered in this package, which is called Self-Reliant Abhiyan Mission. And the 10% of the GDP has been allocated for this purpose. So others, there is no separate budget for COVID-19. Sir,
Okay,
are you
sir.
satisfied with my answer?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah, it's
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, proceed.
Sir, Hello, sir. I am Shiv Subramanian from Nejro College, sir.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Very happy to hear your voice.
Yes, sir. Sir, greetings to you, sir, and thank for the organizers for arranging such a wonderful seminar on self-reliant India, sir. Am I audible, sir?
Audible.
Yes, sir. Sir, my Dinadayalan, sir, my question. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. My question is this. Though the government has recently allotted economic packages for MSMEs, but many of the sectors, they don't utilize properly for the welfare of the companies and the workers. So what suggestion from your side you will be able to make for the government to set right things in future at least?
So now that the government has come out with a fantastic scheme which is called Atmanirbhar, and
So,
aiming
sure.
to address especially the migrant workers, farmers, and MSME, SSIs, and cottage industries.
Okay, sir.
So this is the important scheme which is aiming to address all these people and those people who are uncared in the government so far. But now that the government has come out with a huge amount of money and priming money, and which is given to all the people.
Okay, sure.
So it is an opportunity for them to utilize the money.
Oh, sure, sure,
They must come forward and they must have a tie-up with banks and get the loans and make use of the investment. The government is seriously working on it. Therefore, the government has come out with a lot of measures for the development of the people.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. But what I could notice from the newspapers there or mass media that most of the companies, they want to utilize the money for some other purposes. So that is what the people who are very much uncared for utilizing the money for the proper purposes designed by the government. No, sir. That is my question now.
Everything depends upon the individual, not depends upon the institution.
Yes, yes, sir.
Institution will be able to provide good things for them. And it is up to the individual to use it. And it should be properly used. That's what my suggestion goes.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Because sometimes your recommendations and my questions will also be push up for the sectors to do things in a proper way. That is what my question I wanted to raise in this platform.
We try our level best to put your ideas to the government.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. One more question, sir. Regarding self-reliant, the government is not interested as much as giving importance to the agriculture sectors, especially in rural areas. Though you are beginning of the lecture, I noticed that India is self-reliant only in the way of giving as much importance to the agriculture and agricultural sectors. But now they are very much uncared for this so far, whatever we have been seeing in the present scenario. How would you react for this, sir?
Sir, at the time of independence, the national income from the agriculture sector was more than 50%.
Okay.
Now that the national income contribution from agriculture sector is less than 13%.
Okay.
So we will have to concentrate now on the cottage industries, small scale industries, and micro, small, medium industries. And all the industries are allied with agriculture sector. When you want to develop these sectors, definitely the agriculture sector will also grow. So the government has also given so much of subsidies to the farmers, so much of loans to the farmers, and with less low level of rate of interest for their loans. So thereby they are helping the government is helping the farmers in order to boost their purchasing power and the economic conditions.
Sure.
Yeah, brother.
Sir. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, I'm Paramasivan. Sir, I'm Paramasivan.
What is that?
Good morning to all. Sir, only one doubt. You said one country, one policy. Is it suitable for India if as a federal state? One country, one policy. The system is applicable to India. This is my question,
Yes,
sir.
Okay,
one country,
sir. One country,
policy.
sir. For the sake of administrative convenience, we need to have a one country Aadhaar card. Actually, Aadhaar card was introduced by the then government. Now that the Aadhaar card is very much useful for the identity purpose. Similarly, especially for the migrant laborers, they are migrating from one state to other states. Wherever the employment opportunities are there, they are migrating without any prior notice to any state governments. Whatever they want, if they want to migrate from Madurai to Chennai and Chennai to Hyderabad, Hyderabad to Bhopal, whatever they want, they can migrate without informing the governments. Therefore, they are very, very pity in a position to get the ration benefits. Yesterday, you might have seen in the television and today's newspaper that one gentleman from Virudhunagar has come to Madurai, and this is a migrant labor from Virudhunagar to Madurai, has come to Madurai to get the ரேஷன் கடையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அந்த பொருட்கள் எல்லாம் வாங்குறதுக்காக விருதுநகர் நடந்து வந்திருக்காரு. வந்து has got all the products freebies from the cooperative society. Then he get back to his home. அப்ப அங்கேயே அந்த ரேஷன் கார்டு இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஒன் நேஷன் வித்தின் த ஸ்டேட் இந்த ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கும்போது வெளி ஸ்டேட்டுக்கு போகும்போது the people will face so much of difficulties.
We have to think about the role of the state, role of the particular state. What is the role of the state?
Actually, the government for the free rice program, the central government is giving a subsidy. Suppose the price of the rice is 10 rupees, and the 60% of the cost will be met by the central government. The remaining 40% of the cost will be met by the state government. So when the people is in a position to get the free rice, free pulses, free oil, wherever he migrate, he is eligible to get the ration items wherever he migrates. And this is the golden opportunity for the migrant laborers to get benefited out of it.
Is there any possible to assure the loan for the small and micro vendors and street vendors to get the loan?
Possible. Sir, the government has allocated money. The RBI is instructed by the finance ministry to lend loans through commercial banks. But unfortunately, people may not be able to know about these schemes given by the government.
People know that the institutions are not willing to give that loan. That is the real.
Whenever you see some kind of advertisement, there is one asterisk that subject to conditions, and the people will have to satisfy directly to the bankers that this is our unit and we would like to do it. So thereby we have to fulfill the conditions of the bankers. That is absolutely essential. And
is it possible, bro, sir? Is it possible? Chinipu sakran sonna idichiruma. சொல்லுவாங்கல்ல சக்கரைன்னு சொல்லிட்டோம்னா இனிச்சிருமா அது சக்கரை வந்தா தானே
இல்ல sir, there are eligible conditions as the respondent has to fulfill the conditions of the bankers. For a college, as you know, professor, that if you are going to be elevated, we will have to complete 5 years to become a selection grade, 10 years to become associate professorship. So like that, we will have to fulfill the conditions laid down by the bankers, and it was instructed by the authorities. So
Sir,
that is
only
a
one question.
constraint.
Lastly, only one question is we talk about only this supply side, that is manufacturing side. We have any policy to regulate the retail market, which I said that supply demand side. The Indian retail market has any regulate monitoring committee or monitoring institution? The price of retail price for the Indian products.
Sir, for which we are encouraging the people to buy only the Indian products, and even now we are thinking of introducing the apps in the place of Zoom or Google apps. We would like to create a new apps. So it is up to the people's intention to buy our Indian products and encourage our local industry.
I don't ask about the Indian product. What are things? The label is one price, and in practice another price. There not only simple difference. There is a big difference in the wholesale as well as in the retail. The retail consumers are suffering lot at present.
Sir,
The marketing economy.
Indian standards of industries, ISI, there is one mark that is called the MRP, maximum retail price. A retailer cannot sell the product beyond the maximum retail price. That's what the government is regulating the business people.
Okay, Professor. You purchase one shop. There are different price in the different.
Minimum price.
There are different price in the different place for your product. There are different price for the different different place for your single product. What is true price?
This is called discriminating monopoly. Price discrimination. A product which is sold in different places.
That's why I am telling this. That's why I am telling this. Is there any policy to regulate the retail market?
It's very difficult. This is one kind of market which is prevailing in all over the world, not only in India. So discrimination in the price is a market situation. It is prevailing everywhere in the world. So there is a the product which is same and which will be sold in different prices, in different markets, and with the different buyers. So this kind of price discrimination is always there.
Okay,
and
thank you, Professor.
This happens for few products, not for all products. If you are going to give any example for that, I can.
I give to way for some other one, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Any other questions, please?
Can I once again I thank every participants. So can I wind up? Hello.
Any queries? Any more queries? Any more questions?
We have any questions? Dear participants.
Okay.
Sir, we are going to give the vote of thanks.
Yes. Shall we go for vote of thanks?
I take this opportunity to thank every one of you, especially the organizers and the participants, especially from Madras College research scholars, Dr. Raja Mahendran, Dr. Sendil Kumar, and other people who are research scholars who have joined with us and listening to my lecture for a period of 40 minutes. And thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, Delan. Thank you very much. A very useful and informative study we had, and also a fruitful discussion we had. In opinion, when economists together, any idea, there will be a difference, of course. But the session is very, very useful.
ஒரு இது மாதிரி இல்ல
சார் கேட்குங்களா? கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார். ஹலோ சார்.
இந்த ப்ளூ லைன் எங்க இருக்கா?
கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார்.
ஷார்ட் கொடு. எனக்கு இவ கேம் ஏத்தனாலதா அல்ல வராதா? முடிய போகுது.
ஹலோ சார். கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார்.
ஹலோ.
சார் நீங்க லைனுக்கு வாங்க.
சைன் பண்ணுங்க. இதுக்கு லிங்க் ஆகாது.
சார் சொல்லுங்க.
சைன் பண்ணுங்க.
லிங்க்ல தான் சார் இருக்கு.
இல்ல தந்துறேன்டா, என் போனே குடுக்குறேன்டா. ஒரு நிமிஷம் இரு, உங்க அப்பா லேட்டா தான் வருவாரு.
லிங்க்ல தான் இருக்கு. ஹலோ கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார். ஹலோ.
போட்டி போட்டு தொப்பைய வளர்க்குறோம்.
ஹலோ சார். சார் வாங்க. கோபாலகிருஷ்ணன் சார். Proceed. What are things, sir?
Yes. I invite Abdullah for delivering water thanks.
இதுதான் நான் கண்டிப்பா வாங்கணும். இந்த செட்டை தான் வாங்கணும். விலை கொடு, பிரைஸ்னு கொடு, பிரைஸ் தான்.
Kindly note,
Honorable Principal.
உங்களுக்கு தெரியுதா?
unmute பண்ணி விடுங்க சார்.
Hello, kindly unmute your phone.
I thank Dr. P. Satya, Professor, Head of the Department of Economics, for being the convener of this webinar. A heartfelt thanks to Dr. A. Gopalakrishnan, Associate Professor, who is the coordinator and organizing secretary of this webinar, for his immense hard work in organizing this webinar. So thank you, sir. I deeply thank our chief guest, Dr. C.S. Deenadayalan, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Economics, Madura College, Madurai, for his enlightening speech on Indian economy in the process of being a self-reliant. Thank you, sir. I express my gratitude to all the organizing committee members of this webinar, Dr. Riya Mahalakshmi, Dr. Dr. R. Rajendran, Dr. A.P.V. Palnichami, Dr. M. Janagi, Dr. M. Bhuvaneshwari, and Dr. R. Purani. I extend a heartfelt thanks to all the participants. I especially thank Dr. V. Palnichami, Assistant Professor of History, Anna Government Arts College, Musri, for making this webinar successful by his technical support. And I thank all those who are behind the success of this webinar. Thank you.
Sir will close.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
The link will be sent for the feedback, and kindly send the feedback and collect your certificate, please.
Feedback எல்லாம் அனுப்பிச்சாச்சு.
Okay, yeah, it's already sent.
Already sent. I will send by post mail ID.
Okay, thank you, Tayala. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, thank you.
Excellent delivery. Thank you. Thank you all participants. Thank you, sir. Palnichami, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Adam, sir. Thank you.
Thank you,
Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
madam.
thank you, sir.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Deenadayalan, sir. Thanks to Deenadayalan, sir. Okay, sir. Can I end this session?
Yeah, shall we wind up?
Okay,
Okay, sir. Okay.